Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Isha and I hope you all are staying happy and safe at your homes. So let's get started today. So in the previous video we have seen the introduction about the kingdom Animalia, that what we all are going to study in this about the vertebrates and the invertebrates, their basics with their examples and all the phylums with their classification. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to see the basis of classification, like the level of organization. What type of level of organizations are there in the organisms and kingdom animals? The symmetry of them. Each phylum, it has a symmetry. According to it, each phylum has been classified. Then we have a body cavity, and then it is the segmentation. So, starting today's video. So if you haven't subscribed my channel till now, so please do subscribe, do share it with your friends and do like the videos. So the classification of animal kingdom, so there are the four types. It is like level of organization, symmetry, body cavity and the segmentation. So these four we are going to see. In the level of organization, it means that the animals are multicellular organisms, so they exhibit different patterns of cell organization. Now, animals, as we all know, they are the multicellular organisms, so there are different types of level of organization present in them. So there are four types of level of organizations. They are as cellular level, tissue level, organ level and organ system level. So starting with the first one, the cellular level. So the cellular level, first it says that it is loose cell aggregates are present. Now cells of these animals, they are specialized in some of a manner that allows them to perform different functions, the cells that are similar. So the functions they perform are different, but the cells are similar and they are loosely attached to each other and are not organized to form a tissue. So they are loose cell aggregates, and the division of labor among cells is also present. Now example here is porifera. Next is the tissue level. Now in this, the cells that perform the same function and are arranged together to form the tissues. In the first one, the cells were loosely aggregated, while in the second, this is the tissue level. Here the cells perform the same function and they are arranged together to form a tissue. Now here it contains two main layers that are separated by the middle layer known as the mesoglea. So mesoglea, it is known as the middle layer. Specifically, there are only the two layers, but the mesoglea, it is a liquid type of layer. It is present in the between the two main layers. So we say that these diploblastic animals, that they contain two main layer of cells. Now what are the two main layer of cells? Now the animals, they are which are having two main layers of cells, these animals are known as the diploblastic animals, while the animals which have three layers, they are known as the triploblastic animals. Now in diploblastic organisms, they consist of an outer layer called as the ectoderm, making up with the epidermis, the outer layer, and the inner layer endoderm, making up with the gastrodermis. So example of this is coelentrates. So cellular level has been seen in porifera, tissue level it has been seen in coelentrates. Next, organ level. Now in this, the tissues, they are grouped together to form the organs. Now many tissues, they are grouped together to form the organs. Now each organ, it has been specialized for a particular function. The few functions are similar to tissue level and few functions, they are similar to the organ system level of organization. So the example of organ level, it is platyhelminthes. Next we have is organ system level of organization. Tissues are grouped or we can say they are arranged together to form the organs. Now the organs, they are connected in an organ system and they perform or they function together. Now rest all of the phylums are the examples of this, but kidneys, bladder, urethra forming a functional urinary system. Now this each organ has a different function in a body, so this is called as the organ system level of organization. So as you can see, the cells make up the tissues together, tissues make up the organs together make up the organ system, and the organ system completes the body of a human being, or you can say an animal. Now next is the symmetry. Now what does a symmetry mean? It means the arrangement of the parts of the body around the central point. From the center of a point of the body, it is being divided: asymmetrical, radical, bilateral, radial, bilateral, and asymmetrical. We are going to see them. Now asymmetrical. Now any plane that passes the center does not divide them into equal halves. For the sponges, if we take a center and that does not divide it into equal halves, it has been divided from the center, but the two halves which are being made, that are not equal, they are not similar, so they are known as the asymmetrical. Next we have is a radial symmetry. Now any plane that is passing through the central axis of the body, it divides the organisms into two identical halves. In the organisms of coelenterate and echinoderms, we have an organisms like we can divide them from the center and there are two identical halves being present. Next is bilateral symmetry. Now in this, the body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one place. We can divide it. So here is the radial symmetry, bilateral symmetry, and asymmetrical symmetry. You can see. Next is the body cavity. Now there is a presence or the absence of cavity between the body wall and the gut wall. It is very important that the body cavity which has been lined by the mesoderm. So this is called the coelom. Now the cavity which is present inside the body wall and the gut wall, which is very important, that the body cavity which is lined by the mesoderm, that is known as the coelom. Now there are few functions, that is why the body cavity is present. So the first one is protecting organs for the mechanical shock involved in the transport of gases, nutrients and waste material, defines the shape of some organisms and also contributes to locomotion, provides a space required for development and the functions of a given organisms. In the first, it says the protecting organs from the mechanical shock. Now whatever the movement of water or any organism is moving from here and there, so there can be a mechanical shock present, so it protects from them, the coelom. And when there is a transport of gases, waste material, nutrients, so it can help in them also, it is involved in that also. Next, the shape of an organism, it defines the shape of an organism, and also it also contributes in the locomotion. Coelom, it helps in that also, body cavity. Next is it provides a space required for development and functions for a given organisms. Now there are types of body cavity. The first one is coelomates, acoelomates and pseudocoeloms. So as you can see the example here, first one is coelomate, the second is pseudocoelom, and the third is the acoelomate. Starting with the coelomates, animals possessing coelom are Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda, Echinoderms, Hemichordates and the chordates. So the animals which are possessing the coelom in them, they are known as the coelomates, while the animals in which the body cavity is absent, that is the coelom is absent, those animals are known as the acoelomates. For example, Platyhelminthes. Next is pseudocoelom. Now some animals, the body cavity is being lined by mesoderm, is present as a shattered pouches in between them, in between the ectoderm and the endoderm, right? So these are known as the pseudocoeloms. Example, Aschelminthes was one of the example of pseudocoeloms. Next we have is the segmentation. Now what does the segmentation mean? An organism which is being divided into few segments, externally and internally into segments with a serial repetition of some organs. For example, now the earthworm, it shows the metameric segmentation. What does metameric segmentation mean? It means the body is being externally and internally divided into the segments with a serial repetition of the body of some, at least some organisms. So these metameric segmentation, this phenomenon is known as metamerism. So that's all for now. We have seen all the basis of classification, and from the next video we are going to start with the phylum Porifera and the phylum Coelenterata. So do hit the like button, do comment, and also please do subscribe to my channel. And for now, if you have any doubts, any questions related to this topic, you can do let me know in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you.